Working with female entrepreneurs, many of my clients feel anxious about the thought of checking their bank account, regardless of how much money is actually there. So, today I'm going to share with you 3 steps to fix the fear that I found after working with over 100 clients in my courses and programs. We haven't met. I'm Aimee Cerka, your go to money confidence coach for making money simple with straight to the point strategies, all so that you can make more money in less time. Okay, so let's get to it. What are the 3 steps that you can do to fix this fear, this anxiety around checking your bank account, regardless of how much money is actually in there? Well, the first step is creating awareness. You have to become aware that this is a problem, because if you're just avoiding your bank account and you don't understand why we're avoiding our bank account, then you're not able to actually fix the problem, right? Okay, we can't actually get past this until we understand, oh, hey, this is what we're doing, right? So let's just start acknowledging that this is here. Like, whenever I think about checking the bank account, there's this anxiety, there's this fear that shows up. Okay, so the second thing that you want to do is you want to create a positive habit around it. Okay, so I call this my daily money minute, and ideally I want you to do this like Monday through Friday. Okay, that's why it's called a daily money minute, but we also prioritize the rest, which is why it's not 7 days a week. But anyways, here we go. What I want you to do, I want you to log in and check that bank account. Okay, but then immediately after that, I want you to go and visualize whatever the next thing is that you're working towards. Okay. So for a while, for us, we wanted to buy a new vehicle. I wanted a Ford Expedition. So we would log in and check the bank account, because I do this as well, just like I teach my clients, right? Log in, check the bank account. Doesn't matter how much is in there, right? Check the bank account, and then immediately go look at Ford Expeditions. Well, now I have had my Expedition for several years. So now I do the same thing with property, because I would love to have a couple acre ranch, homestead property. Okay. I live in Texas. All right. We got to have a ranch. So every single day we log in, check the bank account, then spend a minute looking at what we want. It doesn't have to be perfect, but what we're doing is we're tying the positive effect of seeing the bank account with what we want. Doesn't have to be exact, just looking at the process. Not every expedition I looked at was exactly like what I wanted. Not every property that I look at is exactly like I want. And it doesn't have to be exact for you as well. You can look at vacations. Maybe you want to take a vacation. Maybe you can look at outsourcing help. Maybe you want somebody to help around the house, a housekeeper, a stunt double, as we've heard them called. You need another version of you to go do the things that you don't want to have to do. Whatever it might be that you're working towards, look at the bank account, then look at that. Okay. That's your second step. We're creating that positive cycle. Okay. Now, the third thing that I want you to do is create a cushion. Because oftentimes that fear and anxiety about checking your bank account is okay, what if it goes to zero, right? And then there's overdraft fees and all those things. The solution that I teach inside my signature budgeting programs, both personal and business budgeting, we do this on both sides, okay? Create a cushion. So instead of having all of your savings in your savings account, you have a minimum cushion. I've started with $250 before. You can do $500. You can do $1,000. Whatever amount you want, have that in the checking account, and that's your cushion. So when you do the budgeting and we look at things, we know that technically we'll say that $500 is zero, right? That's technically zero, but you have that $500 to fall back on in case you forget about something, in case you go over budget, in case of an emergency, whatever it might be. It's there to keep you out of the red, and it's going to help with your confidence. Again, do this on both the personal and the business side. It works really well. Okay. So keep the cushion. But the caveat to that is you cannot be budgeting. You can't have your money management system, as I like to call it, done off of your bank account balance. That is not budgeting. That's not having a money management system. So this cushion solution here for the fear of checking your bank account is a pro step within our money management system that I teach you how to do, because we have to be able to maintain our budget. Okay. So I just got to put that little caveat on there, because this is not that solution isn't the end all be all fix. We still have to manage our money. Okay. Now, instead of trying to watch 100 videos to try and piece together the step-by-step strategy you need, why don't you just grab my cash flow calculator? This is the calculator that I use for my signature Money Mastery Academy members to help them see where their cash flow potential is at and what they actually need to work on to truly see those consistent cash flow months, all with 12 simple questions. So if you want access to that, just drop a cash flow below and I'll send it to you directly in Messenger. That's it for now.